Welcome to Weeknight Meals. Pardon my French. Take 47.
No, we're not quite there yet.
Hi, welcome to Weeknight Meals. My name is Catherine McAllister. My goal with this show is to provide the working parent with fast, healthy, tasty meals that are kid-friendly and are easy to make after work. Today we are making Thai chicken noodle soup. And as you can see, these are the ingredients. We start with an onion, fish sauce, homemade chicken broth, you can use store-bought as you choose, coconut milk, and a variety of curry paste. We have canola oil and the noodles and of course the chicken. We start by adding a little oil to a stew pan or a stock pan, whatever is your choice. You add a couple tablespoons full, kind of stir, swirl it around, see how much you've got. While that's heating up, we are going to slice up an onion. I have part of an onion sliced already, and I'll slice up the rest of the onion. I slice it rather thin so that it matches the noodles in the consistency of the soup. You don't want the oil to be cold because then your onions get greasy, and then that's not very fun, and it takes a little longer to cook. A cheater way of figuring out if your oil is hot, and people are going to yell at me for this, is you just get a little water, and if it sizzles, it's hot, it's not sizzling, so it's not hot yet. So I'm going to get in the onions. Oh, you can hear them sizzling, so we know we've got a good temperature going on here. Okay. So we're going to stir these around so that they get plenty of oil on them so they're fully coated. Break them up. We're going to keep an eye on them just in case, but you just really want to get them soft. We are not going to add salt at this point because we are adding fish stock later, and that will serve as our salt ingredient. This is homemade chicken stock, like I said in the initial credits. You can use homemade chicken stock or you can use your own from the store. Curry paste and noodles. So, these come in a variety of choices. At the regular grocery store, you can find small cans of curry paste. And you can also find packages of noodles. If you go to the Asian market, you are going to have many more options. This I got at the Asian market. This is about $3 or $4. This I got at the regular grocery store, it's like $5 or $6. So it is your choice, but going to the Asian market is much cheaper. Same with the noodles. Most of the grocery stores will have one or two choices. An Asian market will have a whole aisle full of choices. And if you're in a pinch and you don't have any noodles, you can use spaghetti noodles or any type of thin pasta. I have done that when I've had all the ingredients except the noodles. Is there a difference? There's a little bit of a difference, but we don't really care. Now we can hear the onions sizzling. So I'm going to take my curry paste. Now, for this particular recipe, I do like the green curry better. I've tried it with the red, it's fine, but as a personal preference, I do like the green better. The green can be a little spicier, so you do want to watch out for that. Now, the recipe asked for 3 tablespoons full. I personally find that a little too spicy, so I use 1.5 to 2, and I guesstimate on my measuring. Okay, you're doing good here. You can smell that nice onion smell, which I personally just love. High-tech measuring spoon. Now, as you can see, the consistency is a little, well, it's curry paste. It is what it says it is. That's 1, and that's 2. I'm going to stir that around a little. Put the other glob in there. Okay. I'm going to turn that down a little. Get the coconut oil, the curry paste all mixed in. I love the smell. At this time we can add the fish sauce. Now I'm going to warn you, the fish sauce has an unpleasant smell at first. It does cook off, don't worry. This is also another thing that I guesstimate on the measuring. You can measure at home. I normally just throw in a few shakes and call it good. I'm using 3 of these tablespoonfuls. Fish sauce can be stored forever in your refrigerator. It's almost like vinegar, it just lasts forever. Oh yes, and there's that lovely fish sauce smell. That is not so pleasant, but it goes away, like I said. Fish sauce is very important in the Thai foods. You can buy this also at the Asian market, and there's many choices. This happens to be the one I have. As you can see, it is half full, so we use it quite a bit. So, when we have, I'm looking for my can opener. When we have coconut milk, sometimes that will settle at the bottom. So it's a good idea to shake it. Childproof. Okay. We just pour the whole can in, nothing fancy. Now, coconut milk you can buy regular, you can also buy in light. This happens to be regular. I think it was on sale, so that's why I got it. The soup calls for quite a bit of liquid, so I always rinse out my coconut milk can and use that as one of my cups of liquid with just plain old water. At this time we could also turn up the oven, the stove. So this is homemade chicken broth. This is approximately 3 cups. It is still somewhat frozen, but that's okay because it will cook down. The recipe calls for approximately 6 cups of liquid. So this is 3, this is 4. I'm going to fill this up about halfway and let this simmer. We're back. While we were away, I sliced up an orange bell pepper. You can use either red, yellow, or orange. I would not use green because green has a slightly different flavor than the rest of them. I did slice them into pretty little rings. They make it fun in the soup. The pepper is really for color and texture. This is a very white soup, white noodles, white chicken broth, white coconut milk. So the pepper really gives it a nice crunch and some color. So I'm going to go ahead and add this into our pot of boiling soup so far. Come on, get in there. Once we've used chicken on this board, this will go into the wash because you do not want to cross-contaminate with vegetables and meat. Or you can use multiple cutting boards. Okay, give this a stir. So make sure that things do not stick to the bottom. At this point, things do not take that long. Rinse my hands real quick. I did touch the chicken, that's nasty. Here are our noodles. Like I said, these are the Asian noodles. They break pretty easily. Many times with Asian recipes, you will soak the noodles before. That's handy if you were to use these in a salad. But in this case, the extra starch that comes off of these helps thicken the soup. So I do not bother to soak them ahead of time. I just dump them in. Makes a little bit of a mess, but just keep everything over the, over the bowl. This is where tongs come in handy. You do want to babysit these a little, just so that they don't clump, and stir them around. If your soup has cooked down and you feel you need to add more liquid, go for it. You can just use regular water. If you have additional chicken stock, you can use that too. but water works just fine as well. Like I said, this is one of the recipes that you can kind of modify as needed. Okay, we're gonna let that simmer. As you can see, they're softening up. But we do want to keep breaking these up just so they don't accidentally clump together, because that is not fun. We'll put this aside. We're going to leave the lid off for now, and we're going to turn the temperature down just a little so these just simmer to cook the chicken and the noodles. And once those are done, we'll be finished.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Hot.
That's awesome.
Welcome to Weeknight Meals. That's the name of our show.
Right. Maybe I should hold up cucumbers. If I held up cucumbers, would that make this better? Yes.
Put it to your chin.
Right. It's oily. I don't know if it'll
I can't
stay.
see it. No, I'm just kidding.